signature weapon at R1, and a 4-piece ocean hued clam. And I haven't really, I guess, optimized Kokomi's build. I have just kind of thrown a set onto her. I only farmed for one set of ocean hued clam, and really all I did was go for double HP pieces. I haven't optimized it really at all, but she does what she's meant to do, which is heal, so. She also does a fair bit of damage with her ultimate. Next we have Farina, and here's her ratio. Farina is an insane sub-DPS and support with the R2 Jade Cutter and a 4-piece Golden Troop, stacking crit and HP. This is a really nice feather. You can see every stat is useful for her. I'm running an energy recharge sands and an HP goblet and a crit damage circlet. She's Constellation too, and her burst is ground. Next we have Xingqiu on kind of a battery and utility build. He's not going to do a ton of damage. He's on a 4-piece emblem built for crit with an energy recharge, sands, and a hydro goblet at C6, so he will reduce hydro resistance by 15%. Then finally we have Yelan, also built for sub-DPS with an R5 Favonius, and also on an emblem set with an energy recharge sands, hydro cup, and crit and circlet at Constellation 0, and her burst is ground. So I'll go ahead and jump into the domain since my resin is capped. I'm sorry if you can hear the train in the background. It always picks the latest times of night to sound its horn. But let's go ahead and get into it. My rotation is starting off with Kokomi Jellyfish, then Farina burst and E, then Xingqiu burst and skill, into Yelan burst and skill, then Kokomi burst, and then just auto attack on datasets, and we basically use the coding language R to manipulate them and create graphs and visuals that are really hard to do in like basic spreadsheets like Excel. And I've never coded before or taken any kind of computer science class, and so this is pretty difficult for me. It makes a lot of sense, and I really like the way it works. It's very straightforward and like logical. Just learning all of the functions and commands is a bit difficult, and it's very unforgiving. If you do anything wrong, kind of the entire like line of code messes up, and it's hard to tell like where I went wrong and how to fix it without help from the professor. But I mean, the professor, like, she's not, available 24/7 when I'm working on assignments and projects and stuff. So troubleshooting can be difficult, and you can get stuck pretty easily. There's a lot of resources online though that have helped. But yeah, that's why I haven't been making as many videos, because my school term is coming to an end. Right now I'm about to finish week 8 out of the 10 weeks of school in the term. So all of my classes have projects and exams, and I'm also working, so just been super busy and haven't had a lot of time at home to make videos. But tonight I've got a bit of time, so I thought I'd hop on and record a video because it's been too long. I don't know if I will, so don't hold me to this, but I'm gonna try to record maybe two videos maybe right now and release it. This one tonight for sure, but the next one, maybe I'll schedule it to come out tomorrow. So if I don't have time, then I can just, have that one out as kind of an extra. That could be a good idea. But I'm pretty tired, so I don't know. But yeah. And after this term, my next term, I go and take, I'm gonna be doing 2 terms, so 20 weeks. It's kind of like a coastal campus, like an offshoot of my university. And it's about 2 hours. My school is about 2 hours from the coast. And we have facilities and dorms and labs and classrooms on the coast, which is super cool. So we go there for 3 terms as marine biology majors, and we take specialized classes and work in labs and do a lot of field work and stuff, because we're literally right on the ocean, and it's really amazing, so I'm really excited to go back. Yeah, it's right on the water. You can basically like walk out of your dorm building like 50 feet to the ocean. And in the classes that I've taken there, you go out into the field and collect specimens. And they're called sea tables, along the back of our classrooms that have big tanks. They're like, almost like maybe 6 or so inches deep, and they fill with seawater, and you can put things in them. So a lot of the work we do in our labs is with invertebrates like sea slugs and corals and anemones and shrimp and all sorts of things like that. A lot of crabs and snails and sponges and stuff. So we just go out to the tide pools and collect them with permits. We have permits from the state for research, and then when we're finished, we put them back. And as far as I've been there, we issue because they don't have the same complex feelings and emotions and pain and stress reactions and systems like we do. So, if you take a sponge and you keep it attached to its rock and just put it into a sea table, it'll be fine. Because we have pipes that pump seawater in and out that have nutrients and plankton and everything that they like to eat. So they don't know the difference between the ocean versus the table because they don't know anything at all, honestly. People liken them, and this is a pretty accurate representation, but people is Intertwined Fates, so the same one as the event banner. But I think it's just a great way to guarantee an old character you want. And I think the rules are like, if the character hasn't had a rerun banner recently, and they've had 3 or more reruns, they're eligible to be put on the Chronicled Wish banner. save that for tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a Honkai Star Rail video. That's an idea. I haven't done one in a while, and I haven't played Star Rail in a while either. Because, I don't know why, but I'm very behind in Star Rail. And my Trailblaze power is probably capped all the way. So when I do a Star Rail video, I'll have a ton of content because I can blow through a ton of Trailblaze power. Maybe we'll do some relic farming, or I'll try to raise one of my characters. I don't have a lot of my characters leveled up even, and so that could be something that we do. Because I have a lot of my supports, especially like my Harmony characters and my buffers and my healers aren't leveled. I know I'd like to get Tingyun higher. Maybe Yukong, I don't know. I logged in yesterday just to see what was up, and I got a Hanya Eidolon. So I mean I could look into Hanya or something. I like Hanya's design, I think she looks pretty cool. I know Shui Yi as well. I have her, and her design is also really cool. I like her sound on her ultimate, I think it's really cool. But yeah, I'm a big fan of follow-up attack characters. And I know the new guy, I don't know how to pronounce his name, I think it's like Aventurine or something. He is a follow-up attack. I think he does a good amount of damage, like his sub DPS shielder. So, I'll have to see, maybe farm for him, I don't know. We'll go ahead and farm this transient resin and then collect all these books. And Amora. I haven't been to the teapot in a while, it looks like. Alright, let's go ahead and farm Strongbox, some Crimson Witch. And I think we have to do weekly bosses too. Not good, not good, not good, not good, not good. Not surprised, but let's keep going. I think maybe we'll do weekly bosses next. Yeah, nothing good. That's okay. It's expected. Let me go ahead and see which bosses I have and haven't done. I don't think I've done this one yet this week. I know I did one at the beginning, it probably was the Narwhal. But I'll look at my notebook or my adventure guidebook. I'm gonna have to use that resin that I just purchased if I want to do it though, I guess. This is a really long loading screen, I wonder what's going on. Do some tapping on this thing of chapstick. There we are. And I have it. Oh, okay. There is a talent book event going on, but I don't need talent books right now, unfortunately. Let's check and see how many of our trance domains we can do. Oh, all three. Perfect. But I only have 2 bosses worth of resin. So let's go ahead and jump into this one. I don't think there's any specific element we need. So we'll go ahead and jump into this guy. I forget what it is exactly, some kind of like slug or creature like that. But I do really love the aesthetic and theme of this boss and boss was a bit worried when I put Farina on kind of a main DPS build with a lot of crit and not as much energy recharge, but all of it's working out fine. I'm able to stack Farina's burst buff very quickly thanks to Kokomi's team-wide healing. And somehow there's a lot of AoE. I think probably some of it is Kokomi's bubble pop. But yeah, the boss is already taking so much damage. But I don't even think I need to enter that. I can just sit here and out heal it all. Yeah, pretty crazy. My Kokomi's doing like almost 9,000 healing per tick, which is really wild. Let's see what we get. Pretty bad goblet. We got 2 drops and a dream solvent, which isn't terrible. Dream solvent is always appreciated.